Not many examples of people's customs, history and traditions can withstand hundreds and especially thousands of years. And although most of such remains today can only be found in museums, in Canada you can find real, live pieces of ethnic history, customs and knowledge on the menus of many diverse culinary establishments. Some of the most popular foods in the world today, such as chocolate, avocados, corn and pumpkins, have originated from Mexico. In fact, its culinary traditions are over 5,000 years old. And in Canada, Mexican community may be small, but it is indeed a notable one. Its food, its traditions, and its culture is not only widely recognized, but also very much loved here. And many Canadians would agree that anyone who has tried Mexican hospitality once is bound to crave it time and time again.
In Mexico, we have a say, tu casa, mi casa, tu casa. My home is your home. So it means that when you walk in here, we treat you as you were one of our families. So we want to make sure that you try the food, we encourage you to try new things and to have a Mexican experience. I really would like to share with you what the first dish that I learned when I was little, cooking with my mom. It's how to make a tortilla. You need the powder with the corn powder. You put a little bit of water, and then you mix it very well. So until you get a dough. Okay? Once you have a dough, so you have a product like this, and then you make a little one, so that's gonna be the size of the tortilla, okay? For that ingredient, for this, you need a press. Back in the days, now you can buy them at the corner store with a machine, but this is how the Aztec introduced the tortilla. So you put the dough in the middle, so you make a press. You needed the plastic, this is where you get it. Nice and flat, and then you're gonna cook it. It's very easy. It takes a few, less than a minute to cook. We're gonna do, this is a purple corn. It's healthier than the white corn, a little bit more expensive. The first things that I learned was to make a tortilla. That was really interesting.
How old were you?
Probably around 10.
Around 10?
Yes. So we come from a really small town in Mexico, and it was not big factories, because now you can find big machines where they make the tortilla. But where we come from, it was very small, so you would have to make your own tortilla. The base for the tortilla, you would have to grind it and do all the process. Mm-hmm. Now these days you can get the powder and do the tortillas. So.
But then those remain as some of the best, the ones that are homemade.
Homemade tortillas will always be the best. So the cooking of the tortilla is the most important. So then you turn it over, so it has to be cooking both sides. This is nice and fresh. So we do another one. And this is gonna be the first step to make a quesadilla. Quesadilla is very popular as well as tacos in North America now. And everybody, we call here when the kids comes and they're afraid of try Mexican food, we said we have a Mexican pizza. So instead of the pizza, so we call the quesadilla little Mexican pizza. So we are gonna make a quesadilla with a very unique and different ingredients. Maybe you tried them before, maybe you haven't. This is already comes like that from Mexico. This black paste, it's a fungus from the corn. It's very exotic, very traditional in Mexico, and it grows in the corn, and it grows like a fungus. Then they collect this black product. We cook it. We put onions, garlic. It's called huitlacoche. In a Mexican household, the tortillas will never. You always have to have it. Beans, tortillas, cheese. Our Mexican diet is very simple. Back in the Aztec and the Mayas, they were basically fruits, corn, and some salsa, and that gave us a good balance of the intake of calories and things that you needed for nutrients for your daily activities. Over the time, when I opened Mariachi's restaurant, it was 20 years ago, it was very difficult to find all these ingredients. Many of the ingredients over there, you can find them because the community is big, but unfortunately, north of the United States, the Mexican community was very small and very difficult to find all these ingredients. So that was one of our challenges. This is a tortilla that you make a taco. You can put whatever you want, salsa, you can put chicken, you can put beef, or you can make it into a quesadilla. To make into a quesadilla, we need a little bit of cheese, and then we're gonna use the huitlacoche, and then you're gonna try something really exotic today. Then we put it in the in a grill. This is called a comal. That's what you need to have to cook the tortilla. So there's 2 steps to make a quesadilla. You can buy your tortilla in the store, or you can make it nice and fresh yourself. Another ingredient that is very popular in Mexico is the zucchini of the flower. Okay, so this is most people eat only the zucchini, but in Mexico we eat the flower of the zucchini. It's very, it's good. It goes very well with the cheese as well. So we're gonna do exactly the same. With the Mexican cuisine, there is no rules, so you can do whatever you want in your quesadilla. You can do chicken, you can do beef, you can do. In this particular case, there are 2 beautiful vegetables that most people don't use or get rid of it. I wanted to make emphasis as well that there are 2 types of tortillas. In the north of Mexico, the border with the United States, the most popular tortilla is made of flour. But in the center and the south, it's made of corn. We have this is hibiscus. I don't know if you ever. Okay, there you go. So we make really beautiful water with it. We use it for cooking. And these days, you can even make hibiscus tacos. The beauty of a taco is that you can have a tortilla and put whatever imaginations you can have, whatever you have in your fridge. You can have your tortilla, have some filling in it, and then have a salsa that is very important, the most important ingredient in a Mexican home. Have a tortilla and some salsa. And usually a lot of people here in Canada, they don't use the flour, they just use the pumpkin for decoration, Halloween. But in Mexico, we use the flour of the pumpkin to have a very delicious quesadilla. Also, in these traditionals, we have the Day of the Dead, which is a very popular date in Mexico. We don't dress as with the costumes. What we do is we have an altar, and then we believe that on that day, the people who died, that they were close to us, our family, our relatives, our friends, they come that day to be with us, to experience what they really love, the food, the drinks. So we make an altar, we put out candles, we prepare the food that they like my father passed away. So I prepare what the best dish that he loved when he was alive, that we share with me. And we'll leave it, we make an altar, and on November the 2nd, we believe that he will come. We leave it in there, we put a candle, and we'll let him to enjoy it. So as you see, most of these dishes are corn influenced,
Right.
somehow in there.
So you'd say that perhaps if it was a food pyramid, then first goes corn,
Yes,
then
beans,
beans. Okay.
but corn is the big ingredient,
Right.
the
base.
the base ingredient for the Mexican cuisine. And then you get your beans, your vegetables, but you can survive with that. We have churros.
All right.
You know
Yes.
churros. This is a couple of desserts. So this is flan and churros. That churros as well. They were introduced to us by the Spaniards, and we adopt them. And now Canada has just to eat it in most of places too.
That's right. And it's not even known as Spanish anymore. It's considered to be Mexican at this point, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes.
Now it's churros.
Yeah.
So, being a restaurant owner, as you know, that takes a lot of challenges. It's a lot of hard work. You have to pick up your all ingredients. You have to choose them, and then cook and share with the customers when they come. And then you see them and smile, and they enjoy the food. It's those moments are priceless. I really enjoyed to see family coming year after year, first with the kids, and then as adults. Sometimes even people too are engaged, and I met them when they were little. So that's those moments are priceless for me, to see all that what a restaurant can make. So those moments for me are really priceless. It's worth it every time that I get up early in the morning to go to the food terminal and pick up my own avocado and my own vegetables.
Very
You
nice.
can,
Very nice.
Give it a try.
All right. I will. Let me give it a cut. Although that's probably not right, is it?
You can grab it. You can grab it with your hands,
All right.
and then just grab a bite. Remember, Mexican cuisines, we can use it a lot of with our hands.
Well, we immigrate from Canada to Canada because I have an offer job, right, as a formal chef, and I work at that restaurant for 7 years. Yeah, 6, 7 years. Yeah, something like that. And then the restaurant, the owner left the country, and she decided to close the restaurant and say, "Oh, I need to do something with my life. I don't want a big space. I want something." I imagine this exactly. the size. The area where I live is the beach, right? We live in the beach, and I want something close from home, my kids, my family. You know, this exactly very important, right? And I asked him to say, "What do you think?" I say, "Yeah, if you want, of course, let's do it, right?"
This is mostly her place, her restaurant, her business, and supporting her on her journey and her ideas.
He's in charge of the bar. He make amazing margaritas, you know. We have a nice selection of wines, and because when you're sitting at the restaurant, it's a place you can have a nice dinner, like a dinner table, you know. Sit down and have a glass of wine, amazing food, and you can, enjoy it with everybody, basically. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start with the onions.
All right.
For the 3 quesadillas. First, the onions.
I'm gonna pass them on to you.
Beautiful.
And so this is about, let's say, quarter of an onion.
Yeah, like a quarter an onion. Whatever, you know, it depends on what you like the onions. You know, some people like a little bit more, some less.
Yeah.
Just a little, a little bit of the onions. And then I need the jalapeno peppers.
All right.
Okay, this is the jalapeno. I'm gonna add it
Okay.
here. And for the last one, what we need is the poblanos.
Poblanos. Okay.
Poblanos is that one. These poblanos, they're already grilled
Yep.
and already peeled and remove the seeds. It's
Right.
very important because you can find a little piece of the skin and it's very not nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna add it. Make sure. This is very fast, eh? We don't have to wait too long. Okay, we're gonna make a salsa, the traditional Mexican salsa. We're gonna add the Roma tomatoes,
All right.
and we're gonna put it to grill. You know,
And how would you usually pick them out? The best Roma tomatoes. For
the
this?
best has to be red, and a little bit salt.
And a little bit soft.
A little bit, because when it's more red, it's more sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet salsa. That tastes good.
And it's the smell also, right?
Of course,
Yes.
flavor, smell.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll put it in the pan, and we're gonna leave it until they grill. Okay, I have the jalapeno. The whole jalapeno. Yeah.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna remove the tip.
Okay.
And we put it as well, and 1 garlic.
1 garlic. There you go.
Okay. Beautiful. And so many people, you know, at the beginning when you open the restaurant, they say, "Oh, we want nachos." Say, "Oh no, we don't have nachos because in Mexico we don't eat nachos like you eat it here, right?" It's something new, like burritos. We sit down and they expect burritos, say, because they say Mexican. No, we don't eat burritos in Mexico. This is that we eat. And the people get surprised, say, "Oh wow, this is different, this is new, this is really delicious," right? And the experience they have it here is new for them. The first time we try a burrito here was here in Canada, in our life, and we are pretty old already. Yeah, this is the experience we have it here.
So we want to show that Mexico is more than just tacos, not even burritos. I didn't eat a burrito until I get here. Back home, we don't eat burritos. We don't eat chimichangas either. That's a little portion of northern Mexico. This is how we eat back home. This will be your Tuesday night dinner.
Nice.
Right? This will be Wednesday lunch. Right? That's how it works. So we want to show that to the people here that Mexican food is more than just avocados and tacos. There is so much there.
So this one, we're gonna, you see, it's already cooked.
So this is very traditional Central Mexico
Quesadillas.
quesadillas.
Yeah?
Great.
Okay, the next ingredient we add the huitlacoche. Huitlacoche is the fungus of the corn.
Yeah.
When it's growing in the plant, you know, when the corn is growing, a spore going through the corn and make this beautiful and tasty and amazing corn. It's a little bit black, I know, but it's really, really tasty.
And so this is dating back to the
Aztecs. Yeah, this is right to the back. Okay, here we want to add the zucchini blossoms.
Okay.
Zucchini blossoms is just the flower of the zucchinis, and we use it a lot for many things in Mexico, right?
And both of these you could technically find at a specialty Mexican store.
Yeah.
As the city is growing and more people is coming,
we have more.
new ideas are coming, right? Newer generations, even from different part of the countries. Mexico's large country as it is. The way that we eat in central Mexico and the peninsula, you know, Cancun and that area, and northern Mexico, the border with the States, completely different. It's like Canada. You cannot compare what they eat in Alberta to what they eat in Nova Scotia. It's two different ways of eating, right? Same thing happens with us. For instance, the Pacific Coast has a big influence of Chinese. Where we are within the Atlantic, there is a strong influence from Spain, France, Italy, even Middle East, Lebanese and Syrians, a lot of them. So, and all that merge with the cultures that were already there and create wonderful stuff food-wise.
Okay, I want to make the salsa. And you can pass me already, it's already grilled, that tomatoes. You can see, how is it?
Yeah.
It's soft.
So
This is
nice
a
and browned.
molcajete. It's
on one
nice and
side.
brown, and when it's nice and brown, it's sweet, right? And we're gonna first start with the garlic. Okay, this is the poblano. This is a jalapeno pepper. It's a little bit spicy. I don't remove the seeds because the seeds and they give you a spiciness. If you remove the seeds and the pepper, it's not spicy anymore. The spices are on the.
So for all the people who can't handle spice too much, just remove the
seeds. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and the last, we're gonna start adding the tomatoes. Every region of the city, every city, sometimes the south to the north, it's different salsas, different tomatoes. You want to have a tiny ones. They are not sweet, maybe a little bit more acidic, right? And then you add with the pepper. Some salsas you add onions, some salsas you don't add it. Depend the region and depend the family. No? We have the 3 guacamoles. Usually we have the traditional, right? Everybody knows the traditional tomatoes, avocados, onions. I never use garlic because in Mexico we don't use garlic for the guacamole. I don't know who invented it, but we don't use it. This is a jalapeno pepper. We use it. You can use serrano, any of the jalapenos, but because we are the center of Mexico, we use a lot of jalapenos. And a basic one, and then I created different kind of guacamoles because avocado is the taste. You can add flavors, you can add anything you want, and this one has the same, the traditional, but we add grasshoppers, the real grasshopper. You can see there, they are already roasted and perfectly cooked with an adobo. It's a little bit spicy, and this grasshopper we bring it from Oaxaca. Gonna have a little bit of salt, a pinch of salt.
Go.
And you have a wonderful salsa for any time of the year. Summer, winter. You can add it to your food, to your meat, to your chicken, to your fish, your vegetables, anything. Beautiful. Put it this. Try with the quesadillas. To the quesadillas, we can decorate it with a little bit of Mexican coleslaw. We put it on top. And this tastes delicious. We made it with a little bit of oil, and apple cider vinegar and oregano and salt, and we sell it down for a couple of hours to make it like this soft. And then we have the quesadillas. We already made it with the huitlacoche, zucchini blossom, and the mushrooms, and our Mexican coleslaw. And most of the Mexican food we are combining with beans. These ones are black beans, refried beans. We have different colors of the beans. We have the red beans, so we have the white beans. But in the center of Mexico, or our state where my husband is more black beans. Even when I cook at home, like Mexican cuisine, it's difficult to sit down and find this flavor, craving, you're looking for. At that time, it wasn't many restaurants. When we opened this restaurant, it was something new for everybody. And the people was looking forward when we are here, when we almost open, and the people walk in the street say, when you open? I was like, soon, And the first day you say, it's gonna be packed because everybody's waiting for this place. And thanks God it was packed that day. Yeah. And then the few days, and the second day, and the third day.
And ever since
we opened, it's really...
Yeah, the neighborhood has been very, very good to us.
Very great, yeah. We are really grateful.
Fill the gap that you've found here.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, I think we fill a gap.
This grasshopper guacamole try for sure.
Almost every Mexican dish has a myriad of important traditions behind it and is abound with incredible colors. Each recipe is unique, passed on within families and neighborhoods. And popularity of Mexican cuisine is unwavering here in Canada, as chefs continue to strive for excellence, one ingredient at a time. Thank you for watching. Until next time.